Hello, today we are going to just kind of have somewhat of like a diary vlog of blue teaming type activity. So here we are looking at creating a website. I am literally going to walk you through the process of me setting up a secure website, and you can literally just follow along with the process. That way you know how it looks to actually have a secure website. I've been working on websites since age 9. It's been a lot of years, I will tell you. So hospitalcodes.com, right? I'm deciding this is going to be my name, my domain name that I'll choose. And for example, I sat here and just typed like codes, blue code team, or code blue team. And then I found if I add an S, yeah, that's available. So I came up with hospital codes because that sounds really good. Hospital code is taken for whatever reason, but hospital codes sounds just as good to me, and I want that domain. So the reason why is because in the United States and in other countries, there are hospital codes that are regarding cardiac arrest, or it could be just basically, it actually shows here, code blue is, yeah, cardiac arrest or a medical emergency for adults. And that's in Ontario. And then over here, there's heart or respiration stops, code blue, US. So there's all these different codes for hospitals. The most important thing that you need to know, though, is that I am going to be taking hospitalcodes.com and making this my domain name. But there are some serious risks involving domain names that you have to be careful about. For example, domain hijacking. Domain hijacking is a real serious thing you don't want to fuck around with. So in order to circumvent this issue from ever happening, because security is best proactive, kind of like healthcare, you want to choose a domain registrar that is going to support two-factor authentication, shortened down to 2FA. Two-factor authentication uses more than one factor to authenticate you into your domain registrar admin panel. Okay, so in order to get into your domain administration panel, you need to, for example, also have a 6-digit code or whatever digit code on your phone or in your email. So here are two very respectable domain name providers. Okay, these, or I should say domain registrars. So you can basically pick between Dynadot and Hover. If you pick Dynadot, great, you're actually going to save money with Dynadot because they are slightly more affordable. If you choose Hover, you're going to pay, I think it's somewhere closer to the ballpark of what, $12.99 per year. Dynadot starts you off for a .com at I think $6.99, and then renewals are increased up to $8.99 a year. If you are on a strict budget and you need to save money, Dynadot is an option here. But do not overlook Hover, because even though it is more expensive, I personally like Hover more. And so I'm not here to sell Hover. I'm not trying to plug for them. I listed them last because personally I think they are the best. Now you can go ahead and look at these links. I'll post these in the description for purchasing a domain, whichever you choose of these two, hopefully. And when you register your domain, we'll move on to the next step. So, I mean, step one of getting a website all put together is using a secure domain registrar. So that way someone cannot social engineer your domain name right from underneath you. Because what would happen if I created hospitalcodes.com and I used a really crappy place like register.com or maybe even GoDaddy that they used to take 4-digit pins to make account changes. Like, okay, 4-digit pins to make huge account changes over a phone call is incredibly stupid. So I'm not trying to bash or attack GoDaddy or register.com here, but I will tell you that in my experience, domain registrars have been very lacking in the security department in history at least, and I am not going to recommend any domain registrars that I feel have not taken security seriously at all at some point in time. So with that being said, you definitely want to look at something like either Dynadot or Hover when picking out a domain name. And if you follow this simple first step when setting up a website, you will have great luck, because at that point you're making an educated and experienced decision You are no longer playing the guessing game of where can I get my domain name from? I'm not sure. Now you are sure, and you are going to make a decision to use a secure domain registrar, because security is important regarding domain names all the way through to your server and your intrusion prevention system, your intrusion detection system. I mean, we are going to get real deep into a bunch of topics, but starting off, the most important thing is choosing the right domain registrar. And again, I am going to say those two options that you have, if you care about security, are simply going to be Dynadot and Hover. So go ahead, look at the description. You can read about them. You can register your domain name through them. Go ahead and make sure to use my referral or affiliate code if you can. And the only reason why I ask that is because I actually use both of them, and that will help me out some. And you can feel good knowing that you helped me, and I am helping you for free, right? So it works out quite well for both of us. Anyway, we're going to get further along into this. I know that this has been somewhat of a lengthy video. I just hope that this video helps some people understand the seriousness of choosing a good domain registrar based on the idea that security is an important thing. It's actually incredibly important, and you need to think security when you are making all decisions regarding the internet. We're not just talking about making sure your server is secure. We're talking about including your domain name and your domain registrar in with your security decision, okay? Security is a foundational thing. It starts at the beginning. It isn't something that you should be strapping on at the end, okay? Start with security. It makes your life a lot easier.